Oh my life, the rain's back this morning, but we're not going to let it dampen our spirits. It's time for the weekly review and an update on everything happening here at the sanctuary. So, of course, I wasn't here for most of last week, so I must start by again saying a huge thank you to the incredible Jane Holden, who returned again to help hold the fort alongside Frey and Jodie during my first week away. That wonderful duo of Lisa and Vince are also back, so they've slipped back into their second home and have already been cracking on with lots of jobs around the place, which is always lovely to see. I believe Chris was back last week. He did some shoeing, and because I was away, we kept it nice and quiet on the visitor front. I was delighted, as you heard, to hear that Tony and Edward were back, getting started on laying all those new tracks in the top two fields up here. These are going to give the horses a much better footing and massively improve the drainage. So all of those horrible boggy patches that we've lived with for years and years around the field gateways are soon going to be a thing of the past. And with this rain coming, it's perfectly timed. We've got a bit more stone arriving today, so I believe that they're going to be back this week to carry on getting all of those tracks in place, and I'll bring you more on that as soon as I can. So as you know, I arrived back myself on Friday. I was so happy to see everyone, and even little Annie here, you saw that she wasn't sulking with me, which was great. Saturday we had a young girl in for stable stays. JB was his usual cheeky self, so we replaced him with Hoitzer, and we're going to keep JB out there for a while because Hoitzer's always just a perfect gentleman, whereas JB isn't. Oh, Annie's just stealing the rest of Prince's breakfast, but he's nearly finished anyway. We rounded up the week with a really big milestone for Nero, who went back out into the field for the first time since the new year. I'll obviously be keeping a very close eye on him, but I'm hoping that it is something that he'll now be able to cope with much better. Are you going to finish Annie's now? He is. So this week it's a busy one. We've got 4 stable stays, so Hoitzer's going to be in his absolute element. We've also got a couple of young ladies coming midweek to do one of our yard experiences with us. What else is going on? Nero's got another Hofmag session. We've got visitors on our Meet the Horses tours. And then Friday is another big day for us because it's our second beach walking day. So we're going to be taking Hidda, Maaike and probably Ren, although I'll make a final decision nearer the time as to exactly who's going. But that's the plan at the moment. What else? Work continued on the shippen last week. The floors were concreted and the walls started to take shape down there. Tamara's obviously been hard at work behind the scenes, organising and sourcing all sorts of different materials. I believe she's now finalised the roof tiles with Burlington slate, which is exciting. She's also been liaising with an enforcement officer from the Lake District National Park who turned up midweek following a call from someone who was obviously concerned about all the work going on here. So it's nothing unexpected, and Tamara is liaising with them closely, and obviously we'll work with them as needed, and obviously I'll share more of that with you as it happens. This week I also want to take a moment to remember our beautiful Wybren, our yard inspector, your little teddy bear, who, as many of you know, we lost him about a year ago now. He's still missed every day here, and because of Mum's passing, we extended the raffle on that very, very beautiful memorial quilt that Diane made with his gorgeous little face on. But this is the last week to buy the tickets, and then we'll be doing the draw live this coming Saturday. And finally, before I get too soaked out here in the rain, we've got some really exciting news to finish on. As you'll remember, we've been on the lookout for a new member of the team, and I'm thrilled to say that after a couple of days here, having a trial to see how we got on, Molly will be joining us from the beginning of September. The timing couldn't be better, as Jodie's obviously going to be stepping back for a little while to settle into her lovely new farm, which we had the pleasure of seeing yesterday, and as she prepares for the arrival of her and Phil's first little baby girl. So having another full-time pair of hands is going to make such a difference and will allow me to spend a bit more time keeping on top of the horses' day-to-day care and, of course, sharing more of their lives and ours with all of you. Look at that vigorous munching. It's because it's the fat camp residents. We're being nice to them, aren't we, Frey? It's little Maybelline on the right there and Spesh. They're coming out to stuff their faces for the night because there's going to be more work going on in their area. So we thought we'd treat them. Oh, and look, the other girls are coming down. Inna, Mai and Dow, probably wondering who the Space Invaders are. I don't think they're going to come up for air. No. Make the most of it because it won't be for long. After his first day out yesterday, Nero had a night up here relaxing. He spent most of the day in the turnout. And Frey, because it's Sunday and it's a Frey day, she's been out with him, got him on the walker, said he was much the same as he usually is. So that's really positive. And what we're going to do is actually pop him out in the field with Hidda again for the night and for the best part of tomorrow. And that way, when he's got his next Hofmag session on Tuesday, he'll have had plenty of his own controlled exercise and then go for his session on Tuesday afternoon. And it'll be interesting again to see what Mel finds. Well, they both seem quite happy and content. Nero spends a lot of his time in the beck, but we know he loves water. So, yep, not looking sound, obviously, as I say, we know that. But you look at his face and, yes, that causes him a bit of discomfort trotting. But he's not distressed by it. And I think that's quite a happy little face. I don't know what set Prince off. Have you lost Annie? Is it that banana that you just ate? Gave you lots of energy? Or did you think you were getting another one? Oh, girlies, it's not nice, is it? Little Skinny in and Dow. Luckily they had their rugs off, whereas these three girls haven't, so I think they're going to have to come off now. Hi, Mai. It's a bit wet, isn't it? Hello, Spesh. Did you stuff your belly all night? Yeah? And little Peppa Pig. You all want breakfast now. That's better. Rugs off. It's not that cold. Luckily none of them are shivering. So we're not going to have to get winter rugs back on like we had to do the other week. I've got my able assistant here. Not just Hazel and Yuan who's filming, but Annie has come to help Renske. Now, Renske was out in the turnout last night with Nika and we had quite a lot of rain and she got a bit chilly. So I felt really bad because I probably should have put a jumper on. So I came out this morning, she was shaking, she was shivering. Aww. So her and Nika went into Bessie's barn under the solarium, had their breakfast in there, and she soon enough warmed up. But Hazel has been giving her a nice pamper and a nice groom and noticed the fact that she was very tight and tense. So Jodie, as always, was on the ball and said, well, why don't we just get the massage pad on her? So we have this equilibrium therapy massage pad that we've had for a number of years that was very kindly gifted to us by Kaz, actually. So it's really just like a little massage. It's nothing like the Hofmag, which is obviously more intense and gets deeper, but we can pop it on her today. We've got the controls here. We'll put it on high power, if it's going to work for me. And you'll just be able to feel it's just vibrating away, and that will hopefully help release some of that tension that she's got in her because of getting so cold this morning. So Annie's bored now, she's heard enough. She'll want it on herself later, but yeah, you can feel it now, so you can have a little massage as well while you're with her.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Can we actually put it on, volunteers? Can we wrap ourselves in it?
You can wrap yourself in it later if you like.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
We'll frazzle Anne.
Because we were a bit cold and wet this morning, weren't we?
We have changed boots and changed socks.
I've still got my overalls on because I was wet through, absolutely wet through. Yeah. So I believe you've been doing some dancing and poo picking in the rain. No?
Yes.
Yes, because it was the only way to get through it, really. Because
Did
it's
you
horizontal
film it?
rain.
Did we get to share that with everyone as well?
Fortunately not.
Oh, you're so boring.
I know. We do have a little wheelbarrow dance we might do later on.
Oh, excellent.
Might do.
Okay.
We are basing ourselves on the red barrows.
The red barrows.
You have to have a cape on so that you look like a red arrow. And a wheelbarrow.
I think we might be giving too much away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You'll have to
yeah.
stop now. We'll get back to Renske.
Yeah.
We'll get back to Renske.
Anne's having a technical challenge. She very kindly just videoed me giving a demo of Ren with the equilibrium pad, but she now can't get the video to me because she's on a Samsung.
I didn't know it was a Samsung.
No, you
I
didn't.
thought it was a Google.
No, it's a Samsung, and you can't airdrop from a Samsung to an iPhone. So I was saying I think we need a yard iPhone so that anyone can pick up that camera and just film and then airdrop to either me or Frey so that we can put it together.
We do.
Yeah, so should we... Look, we've killed your phone now. Your phone is deaded.
I've pressed something and all the lights gone.
Oh. Ask Google again. Maybe it can bring
Okay.
it back to life.
I can't see Google.
You can't.
Because it's gone down.
Right,
Right.
okay, that's it. We're going to add an iPhone to the wish list.
Yes, please.
Frey, can
Thank
we
you.
do that?
We also need to add in some...
Oh, yes, yes. So speaking of things to add to the wish list, Hazel has done an amazing job on Iceman's rug, haven't you?
Yes, it was pretty tough because it was sort of going through 3 layers, which my sewing machine just wouldn't touch. So it was all done by hand and took quite a long time. Now a lot of these repairs are quite simple, but we just need a more industrial weight, second-hand industrial sewing machine if anybody's got one or...
Yeah, so yeah, if anyone has a heavy-duty sewing machine, Hazel has very kindly offered to do more repairs, and I think you've got a big challenge with your next one, haven't you? Because it's Mabel's.
Mabel's, yes. I'm going to have to think about this one. I think I'm going to need to completely put a patch of canvas on the back of it to hold it.
Yeah.
To give me something strong to have hold on to, because she's just...
She made an extra hole for her tail, didn't she?
I think she made
3.
3 holes for 3 tails. But yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah,
It
so
really is.
anyone know of an industrial sewing machine, then do let us know. And as I said, one day, maybe, if we can get this barn over here cleared out, am I pointing in the right way? There we go. We might even be able to make that into a craft room. And then, you know, you can do all sorts of repairs. Diane can create more wonderful things and quilts and wallets and what have you. Yeah,
We
it
can
could be.
have crafting afternoons.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cake and craft.
Anne loves to learn. So because our coffees are a little complicated at times.
Voodoo coffee.
It's not voodoo coffee. It just has butter and usually collagen and cream, and it requires blending. So you've got to coordinate yourself and blend with your right hand and pour your coffee with your left hand. Yeah.
I nearly did it wrong because I had my blender in my left hand and my coffee in my right.
Thank goodness you've got it the right way round
Oh
now.
my goodness.
Do you reckon you can do this without it going all over the kitchen walls?
We'll try. Let me get my stance right.
Okay, get your stance
I
right.
get
It's
a
very
wide
important.
base.
Yeah.
I can react if required. So do I pour and then blend?
Pour and blend.
Oh God. It's not. Oh, we're off.
And lift the blender up so that you get all the butter and, you know, make sure that it's all blended in properly.
It's a great big lump of butter.
It is a great big lump of butter. And butter from cows that are only eating grass. They don't eat grain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's very important.
I keep forgetting to pour because I'm focusing on my blending and my knob of butter.
And then if you lift the blender up to the top, then it makes it go all frothy. And then you get a nice frothy coffee. Tilt it to the side.
What, the blender?
Tilt the blender to the side.
Oh,
Lift it a
the jug's
little
on the
bit
move.
up.
You just want it to go.
Yeah, no, I just want it frothy. Look, I like frothy coffee.
Okay.
Look, and look at all that froth forming now.
Note 45-degree angle
Yep,
with said blender.
yeah, that's it. You are now on coffee making duties
I'm a
every time
barista.
you're here. You are. I think you can stop now.
What do I? Get a little heart in the top.
If you must.
Experience hot. Oh, here we go.
You've got my Wise Owl mug, which I don't know who got that for me. Somebody very kindly got me a Wise Owl mug. It's lovely. And then Jodie has her sheepy one. Yeah. And you're not going to drink our coffee, are you?
No,
No.
no, I'm drinking tea because I'm British, darling.
Well, so am I, darling. But I like my bulletproof coffee.
Right, now I've got to do this and get the bubbles in.
Yeah, the bubbles will come out.
But
You
the
see?
bubbles are at the top. Okay.
No, but they'll appear on
we
the
haven't
top
done
again.
enough. That's not enough.
Is there not?
No.
Did you not pour all the coffee out? Oh, that's okay. We can top it up.
Ta-da!
It's another ta-da moment! Yay! Hazel's even got Team Teddy on because it should be Team Teddy's week this week.
Should be.
You know, as we're on the last week of the quilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're going
It's
to...
gorgeous, that quilt.
It is
I've
lovely.
been banned from winning it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so that's going to be drawn on Saturday. And Frey and I were talking about whether we'll do our live feed and then we might take everybody out for a hack and then do the draw and we'll find out who the lucky winner is.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for the coffee.
Very welcome.
Jodie, what's the verdict?
Nice.
Thank you.
Good coffee, thank you.
It's not very easy to make.
No, it takes certain skills.
Thank you. I have had some skills.
You do now.
Told by Jodie.
She's got...
They're making us walk, Hazel. Ina's supposed to be keeping them all fit, but
It's keeping us fit.
she is, isn't she? They're making us walk up the hill to go and get them.
They're just giving us that look.
Yeah. Oh, the wind's never good for filming. I think it's probably because Mabel and Spesh don't want to go back into fat camp.
Yes. They're now turning away because
Yeah.
if they turn the backs on us, we're not there.
Yeah, exactly. They can. Yep, that's it. They're walking away. Please don't put us back in fat camp.
Ninny!
What are you doing, Tracy?
Just having a little stretch. I'm just doing some of Doutzen's shoulder exercises before we go out, just to help loosen her up. She's actually very tight in this left shoulder today.
Oh.
Usually I would be able to pull this knee quite far out this way, but I'm having to be a little bit more gentle with with her, so there's just a lot of tightness up through here.
Yeah.
So if I can loosen her off a little bit before we go out, because obviously she's not done any ridden work for a while.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of groundwork with her the other day. So I thought I'm just going to get her and Maaike out for a little trip down the road, but it's always nice to do a few stretches beforehand for them and for us.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I won't film
lots
your
of stuff.
stretches, you're alright. She doesn't seem to mind, she seemed very happy with it.
Yeah, no, she's fine, and you sort of look, this is one of the exercises that Rachel, our cranial chiropractor, gave us.
Yeah.
It's just sort of doing a little figure of 8 with the leg, just helping to mobilise our shoulders, pushing it in and out. And it's really interesting when you start doing these different exercises with them, because all of a sudden it reveals the tightnesses there are.
Yeah.
And some will be able to do it better than others. It's like this forward leg stretch. If I tried to do that with Yolanda, there's no way she could straighten her leg like this, because it's all very crooked.
Yeah. So is that like me trying to touch my toes? Because I can't, because I've got tight muscles.
Yeah, and
the knee bends.
They'll all have different ranges of movement. You know, it's like I'm not very good at touching my toes, but there's little exercises that I can do.
Yeah.
That will, I don't know the technical term, but activate the right muscles to allow me to do it. And it's, you know, working out with each of the horses what we need to do. But that's where getting the help from Mel and from Rachel as well helps us find these different exercises that help them. And it's just then finding the time, because it's not a case of just getting on and going.
Yeah.
You really need an additional half an hour to do all the exercises before you hop on and go.
Yeah.
But it's hugely beneficial to them.
Yeah.
But this is where, and I could go on for hours about it, this is where something like the Hofmag system that Mel has,
Yeah, we've seen that,
if
haven't
we
we?
were able to do a session with them before they did any exercise, it would be a huge benefit. But it all comes down to time at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully
That's
in time.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is another one that we like to do with all of them, and it's just a gentle rocking through the pelvis and sacroiliac, and you look for sort of the wave of movement through the body and down to the neck. And I know with Doutzen, when I first started doing this exercise with her, she's very good on this side, and I get a lot of flexibility. But when I first started on the other side, she would always be moving, because she found it quite difficult. Because I know that she's tighter on one side than she is the other.
You can really see that wobble. Oh, hello.
Yeah, you've got Annie now coming to assist. Annie wants to be videographer.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
So on this side, I've got my hand at the top of her tail,
Yeah.
and the other one on her hip, and I can feel as I move it, it's a lot tighter. There's not as much swing through her body.
Yeah.
And you know, these are exercises that we do with Nero, and as much as we can, we do them with all of them. So there's some fairly general ones like the shoulder one, the pelvis, and various neck ones, but there's others that are individual to each horse as well.
Brilliant.
Oh, girlies. Just move them out of the way, because we've got our third delivery of stone just arriving. It's getting a little bit tight down by the tie-ups. Not in the slightest bit fussed, are you? Eh? It's all very boring, really, isn't it? It's like a different day now after all that torrential rain. It's nice and sunny and warm. So it's a nice opportunity to get Mai and Dow out, get 2 exercised in one go. They've done their stretches, as you saw. And Maike's got all that cream over her ears. Some of you may have picked up in another video that she's had some very dry skin around her ears and the top of her neck. So she very kindly let me put the cream on there, which she's not always very keen on because it is a little bit sore, but it's definitely better than it was a couple of days ago. Oh, it's windy today. It's really interesting being on Dow today. As you know, I do an awful lot of groundwork with her. Don't ride her a huge amount, but the reason I do quite a lot of work with her is because she naturally has a very, very weak back. It's very dipped, and so all the work I've done with her over the years has been aimed at strengthening her stomach muscles to lift her back and therefore then increase the muscles through her back. And even though, as I say, I haven't been on her for probably over a month, getting on her today, she feels so strong through her back. And that is as a result of all the groundwork that she does. And I think it just goes to show how important the groundwork is for any ridden horse, because all too often people get on horses without actually considering whether they have the muscles through their back that are able to support them being there. You know, there's a lot of discussion about the weight of riders and the size of horses, and thinking that the size of the horse is important to the weight they can carry. But actually, regardless of the size of the horse, if they don't have the muscles through their back, they're not going to have the strength to carry a rider of any weight. Well, we got back just in time before the rain started again. Now, Dow and Maaike are joining the other girls back out in the field. But I think they had a nice little trip out.
Good afternoon. May I introduce the Friesian Experience wheelbarrow display team for your entertainment.
Wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears, thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful